Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and we're back on the old school free-to-play account. I know I've been making a lot of content on the Ninja account, and I felt bad that I've been ignoring this account that we all followed so closely for so long, and that I'm still having a great time playing. Um, just absolutely love this account. So it's not going anywhere. It's never been my intention. It still is not my intention. And so I kind of wanted to let you guys know what's going on, right? So there is this fusion. I wasn't going to go for the fusion, but I happen to have enough good resources to kind of go for it. And chat talked me into it. If you saw that video where I did my shard pull, so we went for it, and we can now kind of take a look at where I'm at in the progress of that. Give me just a moment here. So I do have this in. So things that I've completed, I have done the Dragon Tournament. I think I did the Champion Training Tournament. We'll double check that. I know I did the Summon Rush. I know I did Dungeon Divers 1, 1, 2, 3. I haven't, yeah, I did Arena Takedown now. So I did 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should have 7. If I got everything, then we should have 7 of the rares. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I've done everything so far. We're now entering into a little bit of a lull. So, you will see here, for example, that Tuesday is when Dungeon Divers 2 starts. So there's really nothing going on. And honestly, I mean, Dungeon Divers 2, you kind of want to do a little bit of it ahead of time, but really the big chunk is going to be on Thursday during this Fire Night tournament where you can double dip. So we get a little bit of a reprieve, right? I've completed everything here on Sunday night, which means I have like Monday through Wednesday to relax a little bit. We already know that we're going to be getting a Sand Devil tournament in that time. So we can go ahead and possibly focus on that. My guess is we will probably be getting Sand Devil tournament with some type of benefit, some type of summon, maybe. Um, it's interesting that they haven't announced anything for a Skinwalker's faction champion, or faction unity champion. So we are still a ways away from that. I don't think it'll be anything related to that. It'll probably just be your bog standard Prism Shard event, maybe with some type of theme to it. And then the next one would be the one that would be for the Skinwalker faction unity champ. So I don't know if they're gonna patch this week or not. If they're gonna have the new, because I don't think so. I don't know when the changes are. They announced the changes, or at least the content creators announced the changes to 2 champions that I'm excited about. In particular, because I have Lady of Aerith on my main account, and I think her buff is massive. I've already leveled her to 60 as part of this event. So I don't know for sure if we're going to be getting the patch this week, or if that's going to be when the new faction unity champion comes out. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow, right? But I wanted to give you guys an update. Obviously I'm going for the fusion. I'm making great progress. Still really good on silver, really good on gems, really good on energy. A couple of other things that I've done. I did go ahead and max out the masteries finally for Gwendolyn. And something else that has happened already is Georgid the Breaker is 6 stars. Now, I do still need to ascend him. The leveling him and Gwendolyn is part of the reason why I did so well in the Champion Training Tournament, because that was the primary focus of my progress, was getting all those masteries done and getting champions leveled up and getting food leveled up in order to get Georgid finished. I did burn a bunch of my chickens, which I don't normally do. Those of you that watch my content know that I tend to save my chickens up. Apologize for my game being a little bit slow. I'm uploading a video right now while recording, while running 3 copies of the game. So it is going to be a little bit slow. But if I was to take a 4-star and rank it up, you'll see I keep a lot of my chickens. And a lot of people ask me, why do you keep all your chickens? This is usually for fusions. Usually it's just easier. Rather than trying to level up the food for them, I can just throw chickens in them and call it good, right? So that's why I keep chickens for fusions, for traditional fusions like the one we're doing right now. For this particular case, I already completed the tournament, and so I was just so fed up with all the grinding that I've been doing for days and days. I was like, you know what? Use the chickens. I fed a bunch of epics that I had no intention of using for anything in particular, and got Georgid to 6 stars. So is he ready to use? Well, no. I still need to ascend him, which I can do now and double dip. So we need one of these, and we need 14 of the big ones. And I've had comments before telling me like this is wholly inefficient if you do it this way, but as you can tell, I've got a lot. I've got plenty of them. I'm really not concerned with doing that. Not to mention that I can go farm this dungeon and knock it out anytime if I really wanted to, but I'm making a video here, so we'll go ahead and ascend Georgid. He's still, though, not going to be finished. Now, I did build his kit already. The big issue is he's not booked, and he probably won't be booked for a minute because we still need to finish booking Gwendolyn. I would like to get this. Actually, no. Do I? I think I said this before. I don't really care about this ability. And I don't even know that I care that much about this being booked out. So maybe we could go and book Georgid at the next Clan v Clan. I think I like that idea. I really like that idea. So what am I going to do with Georgid? Well, I have a 3-day break in the game, right? So we can take him and we can put him in Minotaur to get his initial levels and all of his masteries up. We don't have him booked, and the books are going to be a big chunk of damage. You know, it's important to keep that in mind, right? Like, we're going to, you know, we're doing 20% less damage with this ability, 20% less damage with this ability. I don't care that much about A1 damage, but again, we were also doing 20% less damage here. So, yeah, we may want to go ahead and do that. But as far as his gear goes, I built it as part of the Artifact Ascension. I keep wanting to say mission, but objective for the fusion. So we will be able to get Savage, if I remember correctly. And just to be safe, we'll go ahead and put this in the fitting room. If I remember correctly, we're using these boots. I think it was this weapon because of high crit rate. This helmet, and then definitely this shield, if I remember correctly. It might have been this shield. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff leveled. Well, I'll be able to tell you in a second. We had attack percent, chest that was not equipped. And I think they both had similar amounts of crit rate. This one's definitely more attack. And then I know we had crit damage gloves. Was it? I think maybe there was a part of me that was trying to make this cruel set work, but I don't think I could make it work. I think I tried, right? But that only gives us 77% crit rate, so we were way under our goals there. So if I remember correctly, let's do substat crit rate. And I think... Oh, I wanted priority crit rate, right? Yeah, I think I went with this. There we go. Yeah. And I think there's one of these pieces that actually gives me more crit rate. Let me just double check my chests here. Primary stat with crit rate. So this is the most crit rate on a chest piece that I can get. And that's 91% before masteries. So that would end up being in the end, that would end up being 96% crit rate. So I think I was going with 96% crit rate. There is definitely the possibility when it comes to the rest of the gear. Why is this? Hide set filters. Can't have both. That's why. Primary stat. Sorry, I want substat, crit rate. And I want to do set filters and just check that there wasn't a better version of the Savage gear. Yeah, you'll see I've got the best two pieces here. This shield is a little bit more crit rate. I think that is the other piece that I'm looking for. And there we go. So with another 5%, right, we're going to have 97% crit rate. That is not ideal, right? But we're closer, right? And unfortunately, I'm not really able to make it work. I'm going to go ahead and equip this so that I don't forget what the gear was again. But I'm using these lesser gauntlets because of that high crit rate here. And then everything else, we're trying to get that crit rate out of it. And of course, we could get a good ascension roll. We could ascend this and we got crit damage. It's even better. I will take that, actually. Really, really love that. So, you know, we'll try to find crit rate elsewhere. Now, many of you are going to say, well, why don't you put some of the Slayer gear on? Well, that gear isn't good. And I think I have already reworked it. I have not. Let's do that. Let's try that. Let's go ahead and rework this. Maybe I get a crit damage amulet here, right? Nope, we get HP again. And again, that's not a great use of ore, but, you know, if you're going to make a build work, it's not terrible. I don't know that I would really want an accuracy. There's attack. That's better, but really bad on the substats. So I don't know that, you know, 3% crit rate is gonna be worth the loss in attack. If we look at the pieces that I would be putting on, no, that's not. Wait, okay, maybe that piece will be good then. So primary stat, attack. Okay. This didn't have any... I lose some speed, but I would get 100% crit rate. And might even be able to go with a different chest, too. And I get some speed back. So, 338 and 338. So, it's the same amount of attack. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and equip this. There you go. All right. So, that, once we get the mastery, that will put us over the crit rate. And then I could probably remanage that shield. Let me do the rest of my stuff here. We'll do crit damage, neck. We got this one right here. And then for ring, with attack percent, I know I leveled up many of these. And this one ended up being the most. You'll see we have 18% to the substat down there. So there we go. He's only level 1, so don't let these stats fool you. But we will be 100% crit rate with much more crit damage than that in the end when we get masteries and... Well, yeah, that's probably going to be the most crit damage, yeah. But I have other ascensions to do on here. We're going to increase attack. We're going to increase a lot of stuff as he actually gets leveled up because he's just not there yet. So, but that's going to be his build. We do manage to pull off Savage. I would have loved to have pulled off the Cruel set as well, but we're okay. What was that shield? I believe there was a shield. So if I do this one... Let's go back to the fitting room. How's that? Filter, fitting room. If we do this shield, that would put me at 99% crit rate with a little bit more crit damage. And I kind of like that better, I think. I actually do like that a little bit better. I'm more comfortable with 99% than I would be with 96%. 6% or something like that, right? So we'll go ahead and equip this. Lose a little bit of HP, but I think that's fine. Now I do know that I think one of the better builds with the Georgid would be to have Stone Skin. I do have some Stone Skin accessories. Do that. No, I don't. I don't have any Stone Skin accessories. I only have protection. So we're just going to have to go with a traditional go first damage dealing build. I'm going to put him using passive energy gain. I won't use my gems. I've already did gems to finish out Gwendolyn, so I'll use my passive energy gain overnight the next 3 days to get him mastered up, and then next CBC we'll book him out, but I might use him sooner. We can certainly use him in Tag Team Arena. I think I have room in my Tag Team Arena for him, not Faction Wars, but Arena, Tag Team Arena. Let's refresh because I did already use my keys. So I won't be able to show you my teams, and then my defenses are all that. But I definitely could use another nuker, and in Savage is even better. He might even be a small replacement for my Sun Wukong when it comes to wave clear, if I'm honest. So the one thing that, you know, Sun Wukong is 190 speed, 99% with 276% crit damage. A big part of that is the blessing. That 4-star blessing gives me a big chunk of additional crit damage. We have no blessing on Georgid, but he is Void Affinity. He does smack. He does have the extra turn mechanic with a single target nuke that can then go into an AoE hit. As well as turn meter reduction, which pairs very well with Armand's. This could be a pretty good option for my wave clear in the future, plus a ton of ignore defense. So I'm going to play around with them. I never got to use them before, and we still have a ton of ascending to do and developing of this gear and trying to find if it's any better. So yeah, we're making progress with Georgid. I really do want to get him fully booked up for the damage, and especially the cooldown reduction as well. So that's where my books are going to be going moving forward. Like I said, I only have 2 right now, but he would be the primary target for my books, hoping for these ones, maybe not the A1. So yeah, we finally got our Void Legendary Nuker, and he's built and ready to go. I am pumped. We talked about the fusion progress. We talked about what we're doing with Georgid. What else is going on with the account? Nothing too crazy. I have yet to try this new clan boss team using Gwendolyn. I am going to go ahead and find out what masteries I want to put on her and get her into Hydra and see what that team can do with her in it. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen when we get this guy. He's going to be some good damage for Hydra potentially, so I might finally be able to run multiple teams. Mostly I just do one team on normal. I'm going to try hard this week, see if Razzlebarg can stay alive. That's going to be a problem, but I might need to rework him a little bit. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Very, very excited. Very, very excited about the account. I'm extremely thrilled to be able to play with Georgid. Now, I don't think that Georgid will be ready in time for Clan Siege. So I'm not going to use him this rotation of Clan Siege, but I now have two different teams. And one thing I love about Sun Wukong is he's very, very viable with my Ultimate Death Knight. So I could put a team with Sun Wukong and Ultimate Death Knight and swap Georgid into my existing speed team and use Sun Wukong in kind of a pseudo go second where he dies, he respawns, and then blows everybody up, right? So that's an option that I have, but boy, am I excited to get to play with him. And again, we don't have his final stats yet. I still need to rank him up. I don't think I have an XP brew on the account. I might. I think it's on the main account that I have one. So yeah, no XP brew. I have a ton of these guys, and that would be a lot of points for the champion training tournament. Let me just take a look-see here. There is a legendary book in this tournament, And it is tempting, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to push it in just a few short hours tonight. It is already past midnight for me, and I'm not even at, yeah, I'm only like 7,000. You're talking about 4,000 more points in a couple of hours. Might be worth it maybe to get second place and get more of this 6-star gear, but given the amount of energy that I don't really have a lot of energy. It'd probably be better for me. I'm just checking to see if there's, I could buy some energy here for 1,000 clan gold. But I like to be around 3,000 to buy the books out of here, and that's gonna reset in a couple days. Yeah, it's a tough sell. It would be good for it would be smart for me. I will be honest. It would be smart for me if I went ahead and did the tournament and got completed it in the next couple hours, and I probably could using the tricks and stuff that I've shown you. It's just a bit of a grind, and I have been playing a lot of raid lately. I'm probably just gonna pass here. Sometimes you got to prioritize yourself, right? You got to prioritize your well-being, your mental health, what is important to you. And as important as that book would be to book out Georgid, I don't know that it's worth me grinding for several more hours tonight of Raid Shadow Legends. I've been doing a lot of that over on the Ninja account. I'm just a little taxed, but that would be the right thing to do. I want to be clear about that. The right thing for the account is not always the right thing for the player, and you got to put yourself first. So, other updates, the Great Hall, you can see we've built up a lot of points. I must have forgot to spend my points during Clan v Clan. That's on me. Remember, I was going out of town, so it was very chaotic for me for those couple of days. We've gotten every single rare so far to this point. I'm really debating it now that I say those about the rares out loud. I'm really debating about just go ahead and leveling all of them up. Level them up, throw some food into them with brews into that food, and we might just be able to go ahead and knock out that 3,000 points. Plus, if I go ahead and brew up Georgid, that would be a pretty decent chunk of points too. It's very tempting. It's very tempting to try and get that extra legendary book, to try and grow Georgid, of course. I don't know. Guess you guys have to find out in a future episode. I do not have my mind made up, and I mean it is quite late, and I'm streaming tomorrow. That stream is important, so I'm leaning towards a no, but check out stream tomorrow. But let me mention that real quick. Tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern Time. That'll be Monday, the 5th, which it already is, so technically today. At 9:30 Eastern Time, I will be streaming and doing an account takeover. So please feel free to come hang out and check that out. Those are always fun. And we'll go ahead and wrap the video up here. If there's something you want to know about where I'm progressing or like how I'm progressing or what the account's doing, let me know in the comments, because I kind of not much has changed, but I also don't know what I've talked about a couple of weeks ago when I last made a video on this. So if there's a question that you want to see, like where are you at in this part of the game, like how are you doing, let me know and we'll talk about that. We'll go ahead and address it, and I'll bring it up, and we can kind of figure out what we want to do. The last thing is, the reason I paused there, as I'm sure you guys will see, is I had a thought that I started earlier. 190 speed. I think the Georgid is very, very slow. 175 speed. Yeah, so quite a big speed drop off, and that's based on his gear. That's not himself. He has 103 base speed. I think that's a little bit slower than Sun Wukong, but he's definitely slower with the gear that we have on him. I don't know that I would have access to anything better, making up with where I need to make stuff up, other than maybe I rock. Well, since we're here, let's take a look at this. So in the perception set, I know I had crit damage gloves as well. So I leveled them. I ultimately wasn't going to use them, but if I did this and this, what are we looking at? Oh, huge drop off. Huge drop off on crit rate. We cannot do that. That would bring my speed up a little bit more, but not to a really great value. So that's really not worth it at all. And a huge drop in crit rate. We cannot afford that. Um, Unfortunately, we just have better stuff here. We've got, this massive triple crit rate roll that we can make work for us. But we'll get some more ascension. Maybe I get speed on the boots, who knows? We still have to plus speed here. And we got speed on at least 3 of these pieces, too. Oh, yeah, no, I think we're going to be able to make up for it. Get some good speed rolls. We also got speed here on the banner as a roll, too. So I'll be able to bring his speed up quite a bit, actually. I don't think he's going to be super crazy fast, but I think we're putting him in a go first team. We're going to be speeding him up with Arbiter and a fast Deacon. So I'm going to count on that. And then just trying to get him close to what Sun Wukong's speed was. Because that team works, right? That team does go first quite often. We can just go ahead and throw it in here. I'll refresh, and we'll just pick a random team here. We'll just pick this first team. Let's see. Am I faster than this guy's? Was that a +1 Arbiter? I don't know. Was it? I didn't get to see. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, plus with our Mons and everything we do there, Sun Wukong goes, boom, right? So, yeah, we should be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll just get him, as long as he's as fast as Sun Wukong, we already can see in practice that team works perfectly fine. So we'll get him sped up a little bit and get him caught up. But I'm very, very excited to show you how good that works. We got some time. I'm going to be nice to you guys. Those of you that stayed for the video, you're going to get to see it. You're going to get to see it in action. Let's try him in this team. Not ascend. What was it that I wanted to do? Level. Let's upgrade his level. Let's use these brews. I mean, what else am I going to use these on? It's not like I have... Well, I do have... Oh, but I could use them on Turpold. But let's go ahead and brew him up. It's only 100 brews. We've got plenty of them. Get some more points in that tournament as well. Let's see what he's like without books. But I do need to boost up his gear a little bit. So let's enchant some of this gear. For the sake of time, I will avoid a lot of the like HP and non-essential stats. But we do want to get his speed up where we can. And we can go ahead and ascend this. We got HP. I'm not going to re-roll that right now. Let's enchant. We want to get that speed, right? We get, oh, great, +4 there. Not going to worry about the HP percent here or the resistance. We will ascend that piece, though. Just hoping to get a little bit more attack, right? Hey, there we go. I'm not going to use any of the big resources there, but we'll use those. We'll come here. This one doesn't need to be enchanted, but we'll ascend it, looking for attack. We get defense. That's okay. We already got the crit damage there. So we can, let's see, enchant the speed. A +3 I will take. We'll go for a little baby flat attack here. What was that? +25? That was the max, it looked like? Yeah, it must have been. I can't re-roll it. Other than using a higher one, which I don't want to do. Did not ascend that piece. So let's try and ascend that piece here. Resistance. Not great. We don't have the Chaos Dust to re-roll it anyways. And then we'll come here and upgrade. We will enchant. Nothing. Don't care about that. Do want to ascend here. Hopefully we get speed. We get attack percent. I am happy about that. I will be honest. I am happy about that. I'm not going to go too hard on it. I still think I prefer speed here. I really do. He is quite slow. So now we are at 186 speed. We have one more speed buff that we can enchant. Maybe we get a nice 4 here. We get a 2. I'll re-roll that. We're going to go for a 3 or a 4. This might be costly. There we go. And we get a 3. Okay, we can ascend this as... Not really. We're not going to ascend that one. Let's ascend this one and see if we can get a lucky... Oh, it costs more to ascend the 6-star. That's why. Cool. Upgrade here. We can enchant. Now, this one, we really want to get a 5%. 2 is not great. I'm going to re-roll and go for a 4. There we go. That's going to be a big boost to the attack. I'm not going to bother ascending. I would rather ascend that crit damage, and we're not going to worry about anything else. Is there any flat attack here? There is. So we will go ahead and try and give myself 25 more flat attack. 19, not great. Yeah, I'll take a 21, though. Okay, so what are our final tally when it comes to stats here? We've got only 4,200 attack, 94% crit rate, 212% crit damage, 189 speed, so 1 speed less than Sun Wukong. If we compare to Sun Wukong, we've got 5,500 attack, 190 speed, and 276% crit damage. Now, a big chunk of that is masteries that we don't have. In fact, I've done all of this work and realized that because we don't have the masteries done, I can't really do the video or do it on camera for you guys, but I will go ahead and throw him in. Let's see what a subpar, no masteries, no, not even 100% crit rate. Let's see what he can do. We will find a team that I know that I will win the speed battle. I don't really want to go into Harima, though. We'll go against this team. And I'm just going to manual it. So I'll just take him out. We'll put Georgid in. I totally forgot about the books being a thing. We'll just put it on manual. And let's see what kind of damage he can do. Unbooked, unmastered. Oh, wow. That's a lot of stone skin. He can go through stone skin. I wonder who he would do more damage to. I think Uko's got less HP. I want to do that. So the stone skin stays on. We'll do the little turn meter boost. We'll do this. Where's his increase attack? Why didn't he have it? What did I miss? I don't know. Let's try the single target hit. Again, he's not built properly, but this does ignore stone skin. So I'm going to see what he does here. Not bad, considering all the weaknesses here. I don't know why he didn't have increased attack. I'm very confused by that. There's obviously a reason. I just don't know what that reason is. We probably lose this now. Because that bomb, yeah. Okay. I'm also curious now to see, can I beat that team with Sun Wukong? Because it's entirely possible that I'm just... Nope, that's not the team. Must be this team. Yeah. So I just want to see if I can actually beat that team in general. I do need to shoot. Yeah. I should have paid a little bit more attention there. I'm not going to win it with the way my current stuff is, but I'm going to try and take off these stone skins. I don't, of course. I might get another shot at a polymorph, and I do. Let's polymorph the Erics here. Super high resist out of them. Yeah, that's a tough team for either of my teams to beat. This one's a little bit more reasonable, so we'll go here. Go ahead and take out Sun Wukong and put in Georgid, and let's see what we can do. So sorry for the longer video, guys, but you know I really wanted to show them off. There's the okay. We got the increased attack. I don't know why that didn't show up on him last time. That was very weird. Let me know in the comments what you guys saw that obviously I didn't see. I really want to see what he can do here to this stone skin. I don't think he's going to kill UDK. Not without masteries, but I kind of want to see what this is going to look like. So let's try it. All right. I mean, that's not terrible, you know? We had increased attack that time, so we looked a little bit better. We can polymorph UDK this time. So that'll be... That stone skin is gone now. Mithrala's going to get to go, but I think I'll be able to get the AoE hit here. What's this do? Yeah, I mean, that's not bad when you consider no masteries, no books. I think we're going to really see some better performance out of him in the long run, of course. Once I can get him properly built up. This Stultus is about to mess my day up. Yeah, there we go. I do, and I already used the revive to get that turn meter boost, so probably done here. I do know Sun Wukong would be able to beat this team, so we'll bring him in. And this is why we can't just make that switch yet, because I know for sure that my Sun Wukong can beat this team. I'll do it on manual this time, since we know we have Stone Skin to worry about. Let's see, we'll do this, and we will... polymorph, and it gets resisted this time. That's unfortunate, but let's try and see what we can do there. All right, pretty decent result. That's the win right there. UDK is not going to kill this team. Mithrala will be a bit of a problem, but I think we'll be fine. And let's just do this. There's no reason to do much else. I wonder if we can make a big chunk into that stone skin here, too. That's a big chunk. Didn't get rid of it, but that's a big chunk. For sure. Alright, now we're talking. We have full control here. Getting a weak hit's not great, but... should be able to work our way through this. Let's get some turn meter. Let's get that decreased defense out there. Man, I don't know how they're suddenly resisting, like, everything. I definitely want to get the Mithrala off the board, so we'll do Polymorph here and just try to take out the Mithrala with Sun Wukong. We'll use this here. There we go. That's also going to bring the UDK down to half HP, which is going to give us a much better result. So, yeah, UDK will come back. He's at half HP, a little bit over. Finally, we get the stun, too. Let's see, I don't think I'll land decreased defense because resistance is so high. But Sun Wukong should, I think, have his A2 back by now. It might be, yeah, here we go. Boom. All right, that's what we were looking for. A little bit of a tough win, but we did pull it off. I think Georgid's going to be pretty solid once we get him fully decked out. Obviously, the big thing that we're missing is going to be Helm Smasher, right? Because Helm Smasher would give us more ignoring defense. We're also missing all these other extra damage bonus masteries, of course. And that full crit rate, all the extra crit. Well, there's crit rate. We also get more crit damage in there right here. That's 10% more crit damage. So, yeah, we definitely need to build him a little bit better. This is kind of my second rate gear. You know, we're only at 4,200 attack compared to Sun Wukong and his 55. So Sun Wukong has the best gear, right? We don't have the best gear right now on Georgid. You know, this one has attack percent with all the other stats that we're looking for. We're not really getting that out of our Georgid yet, but we will. I'm very excited to play with that more. Maybe that gear gets swapped. Maybe Sun Wukong's gear ends up on Georgid. Who knows? We've got a lot left to figure out and see, but we're going to call that a video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep my outro very short since this is such a long video. If you like my content, consider subscribing. That's really going to help me out. Thanks for watching. I will see you all next time.